TV going down. We are ready to get underway. Challenge on the face-off, won by New Zealand. Taken away as James Stacey going down the wing. Got trouble with number 19, Sean Clark from Australia, trying to push along. Good pick there by Australia, standing in the way. Number 2 for New Zealand, John Clayton picks it up, passing it back. Quick shift onto the bench there. Kyle Parker now with it for New Zealand, passing it down, getting close to GLE there, looking for where to get to next. Number 15, Lachlan Russell, making it difficult for getting around, and a whistle already. Australia now in possession, looking for where to go, passing along. Lucas Parsons-Quintal with the ball. Pass it down, all the way down to their offensive zone already, looking for it. Australia trying to find a way through with Lucas Kaswara sending it up into the air, picked back up by Australia's Thomas Graham, looking for where to go next, slowing it down. Remember, New Zealand international games now have the shot clock, so their play styles may differ just a little bit. As Lachlan Walker passes it back up to Thomas Graham there, trying to get the dodge on, steps back, tries to push through, has to turn back, turns again, passes down to GLE, takes the shot, saved by the goalie. Australia still in possession. Lachlan Walker trying to get through. The New Zealand defence being an absolute menace to him. Max van der Maas there, trying to get a great control of the ball. Max van der Maas sticking to him right on that crease, giving a little push on the waist. Not enough as they continue on. Matthew Wood pass it up, trying to get it around. Mitchell Baker go with the quick moves, tries the shot, lower pipe, can't get it through. Shot clock reset there as Hudson Robb go right through, takes the shot, top corner. Australia get themselves on the board. Starting off strong for Australia. New Zealand did have that first possession, but unfortunately lost it there. And Australia scoring on their first time in the offensive zone. What do you think of that little play style there, just on that goal there, Nicky?
Coming up from behind the goal, if you place it close side, goalies are usually, especially a right-handed goalie, when they're coming up that left side, it's hard for them to get back to the inside. It was perfect placement there. Yeah,
a lot of these players have had lots of experience in lacrosse, so they know their goalies, what they goalies struggle with, so they know, look for where they can have the most trouble. Australia straight off the face-off, taking it straight down the middle as they go all the way, pass it off to the left, and shot already! Australia establishing an early dominance in this game. Only a couple minutes in, already 2 goals up. Now, lacrosse is a high-scoring game. It's not like some of the other sports, even like ice hockey, you get a low-scoring game of around 5 goals. You might get that per quarter, and that's per team as well. So as we get ready for another face-off, New Zealand did win that first one, still yet to get back in the offensive zone. It didn't take long for them to score through that one for Australia. Adjustment of the face-off and the underway. Australia takes it for themselves. They win possession. Australia's Jackson Stock trying with that one. Ball has gone loose. Dylan Harari has picked it up. Now New Zealand back in position. Harari making it too difficult for him to get to. Clayton tries to get it for New Zealand. Parker in position for New Zealand as they bring it out from the outside line. Good movements by New Zealand. A few players just gone up. Sam Nash now in position, passing it down to Mark Dante. Quick ball movement, trying to get Australia to make some moves, but Australia's not falling for it yet. Number 11 for Australia, Jack Price pushing up. And looks like a timeout charge to New Zealand, I believe there. So with that ball movement there, Nicky, what do you think New Zealand could try to do to get Australia on their toes?
Especially off the face-off, it's the most important part. As long as they get them to win the ball backwards and not forward for the fast break,
yes,
that's what'll help them a lot.
Yeah. So and you're playing what position do you play?
Offensive midfield.
Offensive midfield. So that's the short stick.
Yep.
That's the short stick. So you So have you had much experience dropping into the defense, or you try to avoid that as much as possible, really?
So whenever I get on defense, I find someone, lock them off. As soon as they get off the field, I'm right next to them, trying to get our defensive personnel on.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's the thing with this, sometimes you don't have time to change, you just got to drop back in, especially as a midi, I'd say.
And the most important thing is limiting the fast break opportunities. So always first idea to get back and then figure it out after that.
Gotcha. Well, New Zealand getting that ball movement, trying to find a space. Jack Price trying to run with number 34 for New Zealand. There's Sam Nash going for it, can't get it through Australia. A stick over the head, he continues through. It's nothing for Jack Price as he continues down the wing line, going past, crosses the restrainer, passes it down to his teammate there, waiting at GLE. There's Hudson Rob passing it around. Great ball movement from Australia. Are they going for number 3? They try. There's 3 Kiwis on there, shutting it down. They whack it away like a hockey puck. And there's a flag down. And a holding call. Australia go into possession after a holding call against New Zealand. This is not good news for New Zealand. Australia have a chance to just go slow, and they've got that extra space out there on the man up. Right at X, looking for where to go. Passes back up, right up to the top. Pass going back to left side now at X. Number 9 waiting for it. Number 9 picks it up with a one-hand pickup. Matthew Wood had no issue for him. Great passing by Australia. Almost low there, but luckily his team has had to pick it up. And New Zealand's goalie picks that one up. Blake Vandermeer is able to get away with it. Tries to pick up. Great movement there by Chris Nabeski. Not too happy with his opponent there. Was coaching the Waikato University and Hamilton Marist teams past couple of years, but last year he was in Australia, living up there. Some of the lacrosse dreams over there. Good to see him back in the black and white for New Zealand. Australia in possession. Quick dodge there on the feet, just trying to get a little bit of space for himself. Lucas Kaswara. Down to Rob. Now moving around. Howard in possession. Passes it down. All the way through to Gillespie now. Where to next? Gillespie continuing on. Keeping on his outside arm. Trying to keep the ball away from any Kiwis, just trying to get it back. We are back to a full strength game. As Stubbs looking for where to get to. Australia again with that ball movement. Taking a quick dodge here and there, but still passing on. Great save there off the scoop of the stick there by Vandermeer. And Australia back in position, almost just reaching out to keep it away from their opponents. Great pass to number 13. Finishing it off, Hudson Rob sealing that one, number 13 for Australia. Australia getting very vocal and proud of their bench. Sean Clark ready for the face-off for Australia against James Stacey. James Stacey hailing from Auckland. And Sean Clark, a midfielder from Melbourne, plays for Williamstown Lacrosse Club. Shout out to any of the fans watching from home. Hope you're enjoying it over in Aussie. Going to pick it up. Australia gets to it first. No issue for Parsons Quinteo. Passes it down at X. Goes for a shot right up close. Can't get it through. Backed up by Australia. Coswater now going for a dodge. No, Joe's for the pass instead. Just a little sneaky move there. Don Howard going for a run. Gets past his first defender. Has to go wide. Looks for a pass. Finds man at X. Looks around. Number 6 waiting for the pass. Can't get in his stick. That was Thomas Graham trying to pick it up. Australia keep it inside. As Murdoch Beck tries to push him out the line. Just couldn't do it. Australia in possession. Back to Thomas Graham, another name you hear him mention. Seems to be all over the field wherever he needs to be. Now Howard looks for a pass, finds a great one, little jump to pick it up. goes for a shot on the side of the net. Tricky spot to try score, but hey, if it's worth it, try get there. Mitchell Baker passes it back down. Again, back to Graham. Graham with a little dodge away from Beck. Great movement there by Baker. Going down though. And did they get one? They get on. They went through there from the shot. I just kind of missed. I saw the man on the ground. Baker sneaking that one through on the ground. My apologies. I completely missed that one. Already can see Rasmussen almost just jumping off the wing line as soon as that whistle blows and go pick it up. Ball has come loose. Who wins the possession? It's a battle for it. Still nobody got it. Australia going down. Right side, cutting through to the centre. Looks for the pass across the left side. Into the middle. Little short pass and a shot as you see Elliot Rutherford throwing the Aussie down and a flag thrown in the air. Just look at this replay on the screen there as Rutherford just throws him onto the ground. Bit too late as a shot had already gone through and not good for Elliot. But hey, I guess you got to try.
New Zealand will need a long possession here after playing defense for that long.
Yeah. Those defenses have been hard at work, and you can already start to see that fatigue setting in as some of those dodges, not anything tricky, just a quick step, and it's just catching them out. So they really need to get this position out. Australia in position, trying to find a way through on this man up. And as Nicky said, they need that position. They need to give their defense a rest. They've been hard at work, not even getting a chance much. The ball is loose. Who gets to it first? Trying to get to it. Australia dives out, but Kyle Parker was closer. But no, they decided, no, I was wrong. Thomas Graham is in position. Kyle Parker thought he was here. Quick movements as Australia continues around. Quick passes again. Got a couple of long poles. You can see the long poles out there. Ready to shut them down. Goes for the stick check. Can't do it. Great pickup from the rebound for Max Vandermas there. Throwing him around. Flag up. Clear as day for that one. Oh, looks like a bit of a tussle between Max Vandermas there and one of the Aussie boys. Couldn't quite see which one. I think there was Thomas Graham a bit too unhappy with each other there. Luckily our refs, our stripes came over and was like, hold on, that's all right. And settle down. Sam Nash quickly heading off so Joshua Lyon can head on. We have Jordan Gillespie in position for Australia, passing it around over across the restrainer line, looking for where to get to, moving at the X. They had a quick shot as they came up behind the net before, and just like that, Australia do it again. Not wasting any time. Shot clock, don't need it. They just want to settle it through. New Zealand still yet to get themselves on the board as Australia score another one, continuing this strong first quarter. Sean Clark ready for the face-off against James Stacey for their respective nations. Oh no. Looks like we've got a penalty for number 88, Henry Oliver, not putting a helmet on before he entered the field, I believe it said. That is an unfortunate one. Don't even get a chance to do anything. Something so small, but hey, that's where they catch you out. That is why you'll see multiple referees in this game. We need our referee out on the bench. Stacey going right along the wing line, getting pushed around by Australia. Going down alongside. Can New Zealand pick this ball up? They get to it first. Kyle Parker can't get it. Australia winning position. Is bouncing around. And possession goes to Australia. New Zealand did have a chance there to give their defence a rest, but it won't be long enough. As you see, Thomas Richards already heading down. Nebeski tries to give him a whack. Can't do it. Rob passing it around. Graham. Oh, Coswada, sorry. Lachlan Walker trying to get through. He's having trouble. As you can see, Rutherford putting on some good defensive pressure. So they've sent it back up to the top of the restraining line there. A quick little dosh to try get past Banks. Bastian Banks there. Recently played at the Under-20 Championship in South Korea. And his men's debut. Great pass there. Australia, quick movements again. Howard looking for a way through. Takes it himself. Goes for the shot. No, passes a man right on the crease at X. His toes almost right on the crease there. Be careful. Looks like another one just snuck through there. Watch the replay here. You can just see they only just sneak it past. Such a quick pop shot there. Goes straight to Coswater and doesn't even have time. Goalie doesn't even have time to reset. He just needs to lower his stick and it's down. It's in the back of the net. Daniel Robertson getting a bit bouncy there on the wing line, waiting against Thomas Richards on this close wing line to the commentary box. Who's winning the face-off? Australia gets possession once again. Collision there between a couple of them, but he keeps going. He's used to this. He knows how to play the game. Jackson Stock says, you bump into me? Oh, I've had much worse. Quick left stop, goes to the right side, continues on, passes it down to the back there, finds Coswater. Coswater looking around, has to get away from Loudon. William Loudon Loudy, as they call him on the Kiwi team from what I have heard. Matthew Wood passing it back around. Gets it across to Baker. Looking for the shots. Right in front of the net, but bounces through. Only just sneaking through that one. Look, check out this replay. You can just see, again, he was just wide open, just waiting for it to happen. Nobody on Lachlan Walker there. He had the easiest job in the world. Put the stick to the net. Now, if you just watch the positioning of the face-off, you can see, if you're not familiar with the sport, these wingers have to wait on that line till that whistle blows, and nobody can get stuck in there until that clamp is released. Going Australia on the ground, New Zealand now in possession. Have a good chance. Oliver continuing through on the long pole, holding out like a fishing rod, turns back, gets it over to Parker. Parker looking around, slows it down, needs a chance to relax. This is the defense chance to finally get some rest, put the middies and the attackers to work now. Parker in possession again. Nebeski back to Parker. To Cathcart. Over to Martin. Martin passing it off to Beck, looking for where to get it through. Parker now trying to get it around at the X. New Zealand had it bounced out, but they've got possession back. Trying to pick it up, can't do it, struggling. Australia on the ground, picking it up. Can they get it? No, still loose ball. Australia getting it, trying to finally got it in a stick as they continue on. And it's gone loose again. The goalie receives it, passes it across to Dennis. Now going down. Harari has a massive wing line to just run down to wide open player on the side. Now ball to X, looking for where to get to next. Continuing on, Howard passes it down to Stubbs. Gillespie continuing on with the quick dodge, quickly turns the arm to keep the stick away, goes for the shot, backed up by Australia. Whistle for something. Quick deliberation by the referees, just what's going on. Get back into the game, and game back underway. Australia pass it off to Coswater. Howard now at top of restrainer, getting down to Stubbs. Stubbs going through to the middle, pass it off to Howard. Finding where they can get this moving to. I think at 30, it could be the shot clock I think they were talking about there. Right in front, you just see Lucas Coswater kind of go for a little jog through the middle of there, and just, here you see on the replay, just comes through, picks it up right in front of the crease, tops it over just as the goalie is dropping down. As I mentioned on the wing line before, you also see in the defenders or the attackers, depending which way you're looking at, you have to wait. They have to wait behind that restrainer until that possession is called. So they're kind of just waiting patiently. When you see that battle out in the middle, especially, looks like Brock Gurley. Gurley is being a bit of a menace over there, getting in Rasmussen's way. Rasmussen trying to push through him as Australia wins the face-off, heading down, going down. Ball has come loose. Can New Zealand pick it back up, or they knock it out? Oh no! Tries for the pickup, and as he tried to whack it away, it just went out a little too far. And Hudson Robb taking that one for Australia. Score is 9-0 to Australia over New Zealand. New Zealand yet to get themselves on the board still. Great catch by Australia as they continue on through. Continuing around the crease, just wraps right around, no trouble there. Now, Nikki, just talk me through. As I know you're an attacker or midfielder, as you said. What would you expect in your college level if you were just running around the crease like that?
So usually the minute you get up to about GLE, they have a zip slide, coma slide, a lot of different programs calling different things.
Yep.
But that guy's coming straight across the front of the crease. And that is the area that you do not want to let the attack get. So the minute you come around, you're getting killed.
Yeah, as you say, you don't want to get them there. He just came round, and as you can see on the replay there, New Zealand has just been letting Australia have these little gaps where they just let them take a little shot. It's just small. It's just smaller mistakes that just Australia are able to capitalise on, and New Zealand will need to make sure the rest of this game they can find ways to crack down on that, as otherwise they are going to have a very struggling tournament. Now, as I said, Australia are one of the favourites going into this tournament, but hey, hopefully New Zealand can pick up something in the first quarter break coming up in just over a minute and figure out where they're drawing these mistakes, and at least their defence will get that rest they much needed. Quick turn there, passing it back to Parsons Quintal. Ball going back into the X now, all the way around, just passing on. Goes for the shot, easily backed up by Australia. Just Lachlan Walker have picked it up now, sending it around. Stubbs and Howard looking around. Lots of great ball movement, just getting things moving. Where to next? So number 13 for Australia goes for a quick shot over the top, backed up by Australia as Lachlan Walker is waiting up behind. Australia running out of chances to kind of get one more chance to score in this first quarter and keep New Zealand scoreless. Let's see how this goes. They go for the shot, goes too far wide, and Australia chases down to back it up. Just over 14 seconds remaining. Australia coming in hot to try to get there. Goes for a quick right in front. Looks like a bit of a collision there and a flag. Look, looks like New Zealand wasn't too happy about that. Australia player looked like he took a bit of a tumble there. You can just watch happens here. As you see, number 13 just get hit in the shoulder kind of by William Loudon there. And I think might have come on just under his shoulder there, but he's back on his feet, heading out, so he's a hard case. Oh, great check there by New Zealand. And that brings us to the end of the quarter. Score update is Australia 10, New Zealand 0. So we'll be back in just under 2 minutes. We'll see you then. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you were able to enjoy the short break. Now, Nikki, what do you think? Some of the things they might have been talking about in that break for New Zealand. They've got lots of work to do. They are down 10-0, only one quarter. So what's some of that discussions you think the coaches might have had?
Probably centers around sliding. New Zealand will have that one side ready and he'll go, but then that two side won't be in there to help out. So that's why you're seeing a lot of Australia getting those cuts, a lot of those easy shots right on the front of the crease. So if we have that two side coming in, everyone watching out for cutters, I think that'll help them get the ball back on offense for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So that's something we'll keep an eye out for. See if New Zealand has picked up on that. They've got about 5 coaches, with the head coach and assistant coach, so surely between one of them they are able to figure that out. Australia backing up that shot there, starting on possession there in this quarter. Australia again with those quick movements. Here comes Bastion Banks. We're trying to shut down Australia. Stick check. Oh, beautiful yard sale there, sending it out of the hand. New Zealand in possession. Now, as me and Nikki were talking over the break, we're talking about they need some more passing movement, not just holding on to the ball. Lots of movements, but they just lost it. They keep losing it pretty quick, and just like that, is Australia back in possession. Oh, great check as Australia lost it, but they've got another teammate there to recover it. Continuing on, they're trying to shut it down. Australia doing well to get away from Team New Zealand. Great check, but went straight into the stick of Walker. No issue there. Great positioning there, waiting for it. Good game IQ there from Australia. Just in any of the positioning, they're not just waiting for something to happen. They know what's going to happen next. They're not getting ready for the next spot. As you can see, Baker trying to get around there, struggling, going all the way around. But New Zealand going down. This Nash tries to push on him, but slipped a bit, and that just snuck through. So that pushes Australia up another goal already. Only a couple minutes into this second quarter. If you're just joining us, this is the Asia Pacific Men's Lacrosse Championship here in Upper Hutt, New Zealand, Aotearoa. It's great to have you tuning in. Make sure you share it around. Share out World Lacrosse TV. Use the Asia Pacific Lacrosse Instagram handles and the hashtag. If you're in Upper Hutt region, why not come down as well? We're here all week till Sunday. Games 10, 1 and 4 each day. Continuing on, great pass from Australia, getting it up, right up close to the goal early on from that possession win. Parsons Contale going off, swaps it off with Howard. You can see Robertson just sticking to him, not going out too far, knowing he needs to step back, just wait for him to make that first move before he gets in. A quick switch there by Australia as they force the New Zealand to switch their defenders, and shot again right through for Australia. Again, Australia is already just finding those easy gaps. Not that quick pass there, didn't need to get himself into a position. He was just waiting for it and then slapped it right in there. As you can see, Dylan Harari and Bastion Banks getting ready on this close wing. Banks playing for Suburbs in New Zealand this year, and the Ponsonby Ponies as well up in Auckland. And Harari plays for Caulfield Lacrosse Club in Melbourne. Great pickup. Tries to get through, 2 checks, nothing to him as he continues on like he's just going for a leisurely stroll. Great stick in the way by New Zealand's Max Vandermaas. Australia keeping that ball in as they can hold on to this position a little bit longer. You can see Loudon pushing on that defender, not enough as Australia keep getting it around. And as Australia continues on with Gillespie going through this time, switches the hands, got 2 defenders on him, has to turn back. Again, Australia picked it up, goes for the shot, gone wide. Australia there backing it up. See on the replay there is that ball movement. Now 24 for Australia, passing it around, number 12, Baker. Looks for the options. Australia not jumping in yet. They're just kind of almost tiring out New Zealand just by making these do these dodges and kind of testing the waters. If I go into them, are they going to go for the dodge, go for the hit? Playing around a bit. Australia going through for the shot. Beautiful finish there by Don Howard. Australia happy with that one after continuing a demanding lead in this game. Jack Price on this side for the wing line, this time taking on Bastion Backs. Jack Price from Adelaide, Glenelg Lacrosse Club. Welcome to any of those fans watching from home. Great to have you here from Adelaide. Great pickup by Stacey, continuing on, trying to get around the wing line. Continue on the side, trying to get away from his Australian counterpart, struggling, going all the way down to GLE as he heads behind X. He finds his teammates there as Clayton picks it up for him at X. New Zealand have a chance now to make something work. Can they figure this out? Little head movements, little signals, trying to get the team moving. As you can see a couple of players just switching their sides there as they don't want to get an offside. So you see Armani Martin heading up into the offensive zone now. Picks it up, no, bouncing around, luckily picks it back up. Quick step, goes to this right side, continuing on, passes down to the left. Great pass there to Parker. Continuing along, where to next? Can they figure it out? As they fight around the side. Collisions galore as they fighting around. Bodies flying all over the place as Australia going down. Australia back in possession, a short-lived possession for New Zealand once again. They had it a bit longer, but Australia going back down as they head down on that left side, passing the Australia line, slows it right down, right to X. Look to where to next, fighting for his way through at X. You're getting a bit of a Henry Oliver just giving a little tap, you know. Hey, I'm here. You're not getting past me. But he goes for the check, hitting the elbow, not enough there as Australia continues on. Straight from the bench. Number 13 passes it across to 5. Coswater looking for a way through, passes it back to Rob. Coswater looking for where to go next, continuing it around. Found his way to Walker. Cutter, you hear New Zealand calling, trying to shut the opportunity down. Oh, nice try there by Vandermeer to try to get the pole in the way. Wasn't enough. Australia goes for the shot with Coswater cutting right in through the middle. You heard the calls for Cutter before, but again, Nicky, isn't it? It's just leaving that wide open again. He just was able to get right through. Nobody shut him down. As you see, he comes through here just in front of the crease. And number 14 was just waiting. Vandermeer just had let him slip past, and a very big mistake.
That's where that second slide and that backside help needs to be put in place because they got the first slide coming. Yep. It's just the second one where it's lacking. Yep,
and I think Australia have picked up on that. They just know there's only the one slide. Almost just send someone out to pull out that slide, and you've just opened up a gap. Flag up in the air. Hear the sticks clashing as they continue on, and the ball goes out for the flag. I'm not sure what the call was there, couldn't quite see the signal. I believe this This must be New Zealand's, I think, like fourth or fifth time in the box today in this game alone. It's not good while they're trailing by so much. Over 8 minutes left in the second quarter, and Australia already up 14-0. Looking forward to get it moving. Australia with the fake pass, gets it across. Good movement there by Van der Master. Just push a little further forward. Looking around, where can they get it moving? Australia in position, holding on to this lead well. Not a dent in their game yet. Right in front again, Coswater. Out of nowhere, just waiting for it, just standing there. Picks it out of the air, slots it in. No issue for him. You can just see on here on the replay, he literally just walked in and stood there in front of the crease. Oh, New Zealand again is really struggling with that second slide, and that could be a dangerous game if they continue up, as he was wide open even before the play went across. All of New Zealand had just shifted across in front of the goal. I don't think anybody had eyes on him. And Coswater's just like, sweet, I'll take another one, I don't mind. And on the face-off, a bit of a tie-up. New change for New Zealand doing the it's Joshua Lyon doing that face-off this time, but it wasn't enough as Australia have possession, looking for a quick shot while they've got the man up still. And there goes the shot. Great save there by Van der Maas. Great pick up there by Lyon. Oh, but it's gone out. There's lots of just... Looking for a way through for New Zealand. Here is their time to get it through, continue on, passing it around. Clayton passing it back to Nash. Oh, Cathcart, sorry. Clayton backing that up there for New Zealand. New Zealand doing well, holding on to the ball this time, getting that ball movement going. Cathcart moving around, ball up in the air, caught there by Beck. Beck recently playing for Lincoln Memorial College, Tennessee, and Tennessee as well, and plays for Eastern Chiefs up in Auckland, New Zealand. Here in Hamilton, Hamilton for our team, plays for Waikato University. Slappers, as we're better known in the region. Great check there by Australia to keep Parker away from it, and now Australia back in possession as the long pole continuing smack bang through the middle. Australia now right behind at X. Quick Dodgers trying to lose his defender, but Rutherford is sticking to him well. Goes for the shot right through. Beautifully done there by John Stubbs. You can see the replay there.
Gave him too much space to step in and shoot it.
Got about 5.5 remaining in this game. There's a full replay there. Just see him. There's a couple of people in front of him, but just not close enough to shut him down. So far in the game, so let's talk about Australia now, Nikki. What are your thoughts of Australia's playing style?
Great ball movement. Everyone's keeping their head up when they're dodging and making the right passes.
Yep.
I haven't seen them force the ball too much to the crease, but they've done a good job of getting it there when it needs to. And that's how almost every single one of their goals has been scored.
Yeah, it's been great. Just quickly off the face-off. How long did that take? That must have been less than 15 seconds. He had a bit of trouble there in this transition zone in the middle, but you can see on the replay, he's just running right through. He's got Henry Oliver right behind him. Doesn't matter. He continues through, cuts across to the right side just after the restrainer line, and takes a beautiful shot. But just as talking about, like, Australia with the great ball movement, don't even need on that one. Picked it up off the face-off and just hammering right through. They are a force to be reckoned with this tournament. I've only seen Australia play on the previous live streams of other lacrosse tournaments, but wow, this is something else to see in person. Quick whistle for... And then New Zealand in possession, shot clock reset there. So as we continue on. Sam Nash passing it around. Dante, who's got it across. So Martin, all the way down. Parker trying to find a slot on it. Can't do it as he continues on. Gets it behind GLE. Trouble with number 3 from Australia, pushing pressure on, and Ashby Dennis putting pressure on New Zealand there against Chris Nebeski. Nebeski playing from Martin Waikato, plays for Brisbane Eagles in Australia and the Eastern Chiefs here in New Zealand. Great ball movement by Australia, New Zealand, sorry. I was saying Australia, got them mixed up. Great ball movement again. Chris Nebeski with a quick pass back. Must not be much time left on the shot clock now as they kind of wind down. They're probably wanting to get it going. New Zealand still in possession. Parker goes for the shot. And Australia with the ball as they continue down. 20 takes it up all the way. Dylan Harari continuing on. Crosses the restrainer, passes it off. Right next to the net. Got a teammate there, but fortunately New Zealand is able to take possession back for this one. Rutherford picks it up for New Zealand. Off to Blake Vandermas in the net. Continues on. Bit of a challenge there. Banks trying to push through Matthew Wood there. Realise Matthew Wood has got the name because he's strong as a tree and had to turn back. Push pressure on Max Vandermas there by Australia. Great pick up there. New Zealand going down. There's Daniel Robertson.
Ref, he got me in the head too.
Daniel Robertson going down there. It looks like hearing Elliot Rutherford said it looks like he's been hit in the head too. Must be careful when mentioning it to the refs. Wouldn't want to be getting a strong word from them. Nebeski passing it around. Parker. Looking for a way through. No, continues on, passing it around. Playing for it. New Zealand strong, holding on to it strong. Nash getting it moving. Is that through? Got some whistles there. So Australia haven't been in the box too much today, so this could be a great advantage for New Zealand on this man up to see if they can get it through. Moving it around, just looking for the gap as one of the people in the box come out. Nebeski passes it off before it gets to him. Nash clears it away. And gone loose. Australia gains possession once again while they're man down. We have just over 2 minutes remaining in this half and this quarter. Continuing on. Kyle Parker going for the check. Can't do it. Collision right in front as Dennis goes down. Put in some mark on the nice clean grass we had here. Clayton And Parker. Parker looking where to go next. New Zealand in position with Sam Nash taking the ball there, passing it off, and now down to X. Parker to Clayton. Back to Parker. Oh, no, not Parker, sorry, that's Nabisky, I believe. Running out of time on that shot clock as they continue on. Parker trying to get around Don Howard, being an absolute menace to him. One shot, can't get it through. New Zealand tries to get position back, picks it up on the close to the wing line there. We've got a time out there. So we've just got just over a minute. Just over a minute 25 remaining.
A few good possessions.
New Zealand is getting that position back now. They're slowly figuring out where to get it through.
It's tough to get into your offense when you don't have the ball on offense much.
Yeah.
So now that they've had a few good possessions, I see them finally starting to click a little bit.
Yeah, I think also starting to click with it, as well as I think just getting into that offensive position is going to help them mentally as well. No, they started off we've got that Australia-New Zealand rivalry. We've already said Australia's the favourites in this tournament, and they know that. Of course they know that. But as they continued on, they played the face-off. They got that first possession, but that was almost the only thing. In that first quarter, their defense was putting in a lot of the work. So now they're getting a bit more offense. That you can see them putting a lot more physicality in there. You just over here, you can see on the won't really see it on the camera at the moment, but just in front of the commentary box here, there's a few marks in the ground from a few big hits and a couple tumbles, going both to Australia and New Zealand. New Zealand in possession after this timeout as they continue on. Nabisky with the ball, passes it back. Nash to Nabisky. Parker, Clayton to Parker at X. Parker goes for the dodge, going around the net, around the crease. Nash passes it across Beck. Back to Nash. Now Beck. Clayton to Beck. Beck looking around. Clayton and Beck just passing it back forward, looking for the move, and can he take it behind the X? He's looking for where to go. Nabisky trying to take it himself and took too long. And so we'll take our half time now. So we'll be back after our short break. So we'll see you soon. Don't go anywhere. Please come back. And of course, there's plenty more lacrosse today. So we'll see you all very soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick reminder, please do not cross the field. There is flying lacrosse balls going around as they practice during the break.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're back at the Asia Pacific Lacrosse Championship, going back into game 1 of Australia versus New Zealand. And as you can see, our green and gold currently fighting for the gold, how they've been playing up by a very big margin. So as we continue on this game, New Zealand have been struggling a lot with the slides. As you've been seeing, they've been leaving lots of open spaces, haven't they, Nikki?
Yep. Yeah, and it's tough when you don't have the ball on offense and your defense is working overdrive. That's when they start to see some lapses there.
Yeah, definitely. And from what I've heard, their head coach, Jeremy Rolo, Senior, I hear he is more focused on the offensive or midfield as well. And that's not to say there's lots of assistant coaches as well. I'm not too familiar with their coaching styles either. So I'm sure they've got some great defensive coaching in there and had those chats that 2 more quarters to go. There could still be some changes to make. But hey, right now it is 17-0 to the Australians. Why not chuck a post online? What do you think the score's going to be? Can New Zealand get themselves on the board? Or are Australia going to crack that 3-0? You decide.
I think New Zealand, they showed that they got some good offense in at the last part of that first half.
Yeah.
And I think that if they keep it up, they'll have a lot more opportunities on cage, and I think they'll put one in.
Yeah, I think they just need to put in that work and just keep finding it. Their defense have now been able to have a rest at least thanks to the halftime break, so hopefully that gives them some refresher. See, Aylin Rasmussen out here on the New Zealand side on the wing here against Thomas Richards. And back to James Stacey taking on the face-off with Sean Clark. As we get underway for quarter number 3, New Zealand going for the face-off win. Wins possession thanks to James Stacey getting a little push there. Continuing on, Parsons Contale making it difficult, but Stacey still going strong. Quick turn back. As they continue looking around, find a space where to get to. As Henry Oliver trying to find his way through. Great pick there, good pick there by Rasmussen, who's standing in the way. A simple little thing that can help make some great movement in lacrosse. Great shot there, shot clock resetting there. Australia goalie just sends it over the top.
You don't often see long stick dodging like that.
No, you don't. I feel if I was a long stick and I was trying to dodge, I'd just get so worried about tripping myself up, like digging too far, you lean too far to one side and the stick digs into the ground.
Yeah. And you got a lot of stick for them to aim at. So
yeah, exactly.
It's tough to protect it when it's 6 foot.
Yeah, that's why you'll see a lot of them holding the stick out in front a lot and risky because they're just going to swing it out. But keep it as far away as possible. Put your body in the way. But the long pole, it's hard to hide it all. And Martin Dante rushing in. Park taking that shot. Bounces off Australian player as Parsons Contale just continues on through.
Wow.
Oh, breaking the net.
Perfect placement on that shot.
Yeah. John Stubbs clearly had some beef with the plumbing and decided to just send it right through. Look at this replay here. You can just watch him power right through. He's right there again, wide open. Shot was hard enough. I don't even think it hit the post there. Just hard enough on the top of the net. It just pulled it right down. You need Thomas Richards on the on-field mic here, giving a little support there. And Ben Deverell there on the New Zealand side for the wing. Australia quickly pops it out of the back of their stick. Looking for where they can get to it next. Australia's they're out to dry as their players do a little change. Australia continuing around, just trying to find where they can get to next. Hudson to Rob, pass it across, back to Rob. Graham now moving it around. Back to Graham. Australia continue on, trying to find through their way through the sea of black as New Zealand is trying to hold off, but not enough for New Zealand as Australia sneaks one through. Just a simple one to get it through. Nothing extravagant. Just found the right gap. You can see on the replay as we try to find out where they got it. There was a bit of trouble there, actually. No, I was wrong. There was, New Zealand was trying to hold them off there. As a shooter, Nikki, how would you kind of go through when you got these players jumping in on you? You got 3 players, or 2 at first, and a 3rd player jumping in. How are you trying to shoot through those players and get around them?
So right there, he kind of did face dodge and kept his stick protected by his body. And then instead of switching hands to put it in, he did a little twister, which is kind of backhand when you turn your stick around.
I see, yep.
That way he was able to put the ball in but protect the stick at the same time.
One thing that's so great about lacrosse is you've got the one stick in 2 hands and you can do so much with it.
Yep.
Like what I love most watching is just then they quickly go for the shot, the quick twist, switching the hands. It's almost just like a Jedi trick, the way they do it sometimes, and you just saw it be able to be played there. So that's for one thing. If you're watching at home, you're a kid playing lacrosse, you're getting into lacrosse, learn different sticks tricks, learn them different ways to move your stick, whether it's behind you, whether it's over someone, pretend there's someone's head. You'll have some very good luck if you continue on.
I know a lot of old school coaches, they're very only shoot overhand, only fundamental, but I feel like now in the game, there's many ways to do stuff. A lot of times you got to shoot around a defender, under a defender, so sidearm, underhand is all becoming kind of fundamental now.
I can just sense there's some coach just watching this, like overhand only, and just fuming. Whereas like my kid's doing the same, but the sport has evolved so much. This sport started traditionally as an indigenous sport, as many people know, and now it's very different equipment now, of course, but just the way people play, it's developed so much, even in recent years, now developing the shot clock into international. Everything just changes up. You can't just stick to the same thing. As Australia continues moving it around, passing back and forth. Trying to get it around. Running out of time with the shot clock, I believe, is Australia trying to find the gap. Tries to lift it up underneath. Couldn't do it, had to pass it away as John Stubbs passed it off. New Zealand back in position off. He's got collision right there. Rasmussen tried to continue on through. Australia gained position back again. As we continue on with Australia in possession on the restrainer line. Passing back and forth. Number 21 for Australia. John Stubbs trying to get away from his defence, Armani Martin. Back to Stubbs, little jump to pick it up. Switches the hands. So again, switches the hands, takes the shot, gets it on the other side of his defender, Armani Martin. And just as Nicky was talking about again, those switching the hands there, he just did it to put his body in the way. You know, he's going to try to get around the body, either going to get a penalty against him or he's not going to reach the stick. So either way, it works quite well.
Especially when you shoot around a defender like that, it's harder for the goalie to see where that ball's going, which is why he can sneak it right by.
He's trying to keep track of it, quickly turns and got to shift your eyes, try to figure out, get out of my way. Australia picks that one up quickly. Dylan Harari continuing on through. Thomas Graham, hailing from Perth, Bayswater Lacrosse Club. Moving it around, gets it down to Walker. Back to Graham. Graham looking for way to. No, steps back out. Like, no, I need a better angle than this. This isn't going to work. Can't let New Zealand get possession. Standing right on the crease. That X must be like in millimeters from his toes being on that crease. Goes for the shot. Beautifully done by John Stubbs.
It's about as perfect of a corner as you get.
Oh, it really is. And there's John Stubbs hailing from Catonsville, Maryland, USA for Monmouth University. His first time at under-20 championships was over in Korea last year now, I should say, 2025. South Korea. And now here he is in the men's team playing for Australia. Now, there's not much turnaround from having two really big, expensive lacrosse trips, but what an opportunity it is to be able to go play the sport you love. New Zealand and Australia having a bit of trouble on the wings there, trying to get in front of each other, but Australia picks it up as Parsons Conteo continues on through. Goes into a player, goalie picks it up. Oh no, can't quite get to it first. Australia finds it, they collide with each other. Golden chance. Australia lucky enough to find it as John Stubbs comes through. Looking for where to get to next. Lots of calls coming on the field side for getting people to know where they need to go, making sure their teammates are in the right position. And by the sounds of it, if Australian teammates aren't, they're going to make you known. But Australia just seems to be finding the greatest gaps they can. As Australia keeps bouncing it around, just keep it, waiting for New Zealand to hopefully pop out and open up a gap. A great save as he drops the knee, sacrificing the leg to go low. Not an easy spot for a goalie to save. Obviously, the goalies will traditionally just have their stick up, so to quickly drop like that is very well done. Van der Maas tries to get through all the way. Great work there by Beck to pick it up. Nebeski. Great movement there, back to Beck, all the way down. It goes too far, lost possession off a simple pass. Australia pushing through, not any worry. Henry Oliver trying to give it a little stick check. Looks like we've got a timeout again. So take another short break. Now New Zealand have been able to keep Australia held off a little bit more this quarter. They might not be getting themselves on the board, but hey, this is game one. There is a few more games. I believe they have 3 other people in their pool, or teams in their pool, so they've got their chances. So New Zealand's trying to find their footing. They did well in their practice game against China last night that I was able to watch. Very high scoring game towards New Zealand. So China will have lots to build on that. But Australia is going to be happy with, so far, 21-0. That's a strong score and still climbing as we still have another quarter after this.
Great, can you zoom in on this ball? Can you get to a one shot?
There's a whistle for ready to get underway as the teams head back out. And so you can see on the screen there our lovely lacrosse ball is nice. So if you're new to the sport, you can see you don't really want to get in the way of that with how fast these boys are at shooting them. I unfortunately have Chris Nebeski, number 8 there, sent a nice apple-sized bruise to my ribs a few years ago. I don't hold a grudge, but I do remember. Australia continues on. 43 for Australia, passing it around. Don Howard gets it across to Wood. Howard getting on GLE. Right on the other side again, just wide open, but luckily not enough space to make a shot. Well, luckily for New Zealand. Continue moving. Goes for a little dodge. Steps to the right, but goes to the left. Steps to the left. Dodges right. And sneaks that one through, thanks to Matthew Wood. Number 9 for Australia. Getting the fist humps cleared out there.
With Matthew, number 9. Australia leads 22-0.
Ball ready at the X for the face-off. You can see number 11 on the other side, Jack Price. He wasn't even going for the ball. He was just standing in front of his midfielder, their opponent. New Zealand in position, some cheers for it as well as they continue on, sending it back to get it into their zone. Pass out to the goalie, getting out a bit. Launches it down to his teammate Sam Nash. Sam Nash continuing on, drop this, no, broken. Oh no, Sam Nash continues down the left side, crosses the strainer, pass it across to Nebeski. Back to Nebeski again. Hailing from Waikato and Nash hailing from Auckland. Sam Nash, another Ponsonby Pony player. Also Northeastern Boston in 2024. And UC Santa Barbara 2023. So he has had some great lacrosse experience. It's no wonder he's found himself in Team New Zealand Aotearoa. Clayton trying to sneak it through, but just goes into the shoulder. Jay Sayer has no issue of putting his shoulder into there.
5 minutes remaining.
Got 5 minutes remaining in this quarter. Not long to go. Australia on the run, picks up that one beautifully. There's Coswater coming through. Looking around where to get to. Australia just getting a good run around now, just keeping it going. Beautiful day out here in Upper Hutt for this game of lacrosse. Bit windy, but hey, that's what we experienced down here. And they've been able to keep this game flowing well for Australia. Goes for the slide. Good slide, but they got the ball through the net.
He's been loving that top close side corner.
He really has. He might as well just put a name on it right there. He is just going for that one because he's. I think when you get to like the 4th or 5th one, you realise, well, if they're not going to stop me.
Yeah. Well,
if it ain't broke, don't change. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Especially with the righty goalie, that's
yeah.
all day.
It's just if you're that close, you've got much quicker time to get the ball in there than he does to react to it. And I mean, if he already reacts to it too soon, he's already opened up the other side.
2 minutes remaining.
Parsons Conseo gets that ball down to his teammates. As Baker taken around to the goal. Quick turn. Great spin there. Flag up in the air. As they're trying to get the body into it. Kicks it away just to get it out so they can get this man down started, I guess. Now Wood with the ball on the man up once again for Australia. 23-0 is the score, 3.5 remaining in this quarter. Quick movements. New Zealand running a very tight formation, getting quite close to the players. Oh, great save. I think must have come off the glove or the stick there from that one. Looking for... Oh, got a whistle there.
Shot must have knocked his helmet loose a little bit.
Ah, I see. Explains why I had the glove off. There's been some pretty ruthless shots, so
Yeah,
they'll get them through. Oh, tries for the shot, goes over the top of the net.
good check there, tying up his hands.
And Australia have backed that up, so they get the ball straight off. Oh, look at that again, right in front. Almost just waiting for the ball to be passed to him. Number 6 scoring that one, Thomas Graham. No issue.
Graham Thomas, number 6. Australia leads 24-0.
Ben Deverill for New Zealand and Thomas Richards on the wing side over here. I see Joshua Lyon taking the face off for New Zealand. Great pick up by Australia off the face-off, gaining possession, but here comes New Zealand picking it up on the run. Tries to push through. Collision, 2 of them there. And Australia gains back possession, but the ball's gone loose as the collisions are happening all over the place. Great checks, keeping the ball alive as he tries to scoop it up, but not enough, so he whacks it away. Great little dodge to keep it away. There goes Max van der Maas continuing on, passes it across the over halfway now. Clayton sends it down to Gelb. All the way down through the middle. Here's their shots. Lost the ball in the middle of the trouble. Has to continue down. Sam Nash keeps going around. Slides it across to Clayton. Clayton picks it up, slows it down to the restraining line. He's got teammates coming in. Here comes Martin. Martin goes for the dodge. Tries to just run through Parsons Conteo. Good luck with that. He is one sturdy man. And the ball going out. Australia gaining the possession there. Good trouble. Great work by Loudon. Shut him down. One minute in this quarter. Can Australia seal another one? Snuck right through. No, outside the net. Bodies colliding outside the crease. Number 13 goes down. A hit behind Hudson Rob. Look, took a tumble. Just watch here as he turns around and just a bit of a trip maybe. Or maybe a bit of a slip. But unfortunately, it meant Elliot Rutherford once again had to head off. .40 seconds remaining. Can they keep New Zealand scoreless in? Can they keep New Zealand scoreless in this quarter as well? New Zealand will not want that to happen, but maybe Australia is going to play around with them, tease, and just see how much time they can waste. Maybe just waiting to see if New Zealand can risk pushing out. But this could just be winding the clock down so Australia can just keep the ball. There goes the wind up. You can hear in the crowd someone shouting the score down, the time down for you. And that brings us to quarter time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, one more quarter to go. We're back after a 2-minute break. Score update is 24 Australia, New Zealand 0. So we'll see you all after that short break. All right, welcome back just one last time for this game. It is New Zealand versus Australia. This is the Asia Pacific Lacrosse Championship for the men's. This is game 1 to find out who in this tournament will be getting to go to Japan for the World Championship next year. Australia have had a demanding lead all game. 24-0 is the score. Can New Zealand use this last quarter to get themselves on the board, or will Australia be doing the best they can to keep that ball away from them? Australia has had a massive majority of possession. New Zealand's possessions have been short-lived when they have happened. My name is Ash Stevens. I'm joined here by my friend Nicky Vreeland and visiting from Florida Tech. So he's here giving some intel on some of the game styles. And as you mentioned earlier, if you haven't joined us, one of New Zealand's biggest faults at the moment has been their slides. Just coming in for that first slide, and that just next one just left wide open, aren't they?
Just about had a shot clock violation for Australia.
Oh, that would have been a benefit to New Zealand, but I think they've had some good vocals on the field side.
Yep.
Nebeski going down past Gilly. He's got trouble as Russell sticking to him. Nebeski passes it around to Parker. Yes, shot clock. If you're new to lacrosse or not aware, international lacrosse does have the shot clock now to change things up. Pushes for a quicker game. Some people love it, some people don't like it.
There we go.
Get on the board! There we go. Beautiful. Done by none other than Sam Nash. It took them a while, but the midfielder hailing from Auckland, the Ponsonby Ponies player, his first World Lacrosse Men's Championship was in 2023, and he wants to stamp his way back there in 2027. Will we see New Zealand in Japan? Well, Sam Nash is going to see what he can do to make it happen. It may have taken them most of the game, but they've got some footing now. Lots of work to do, but just that momentum, isn't it, Nicky? It's going to give them something for the rest of the tournament.
Yep. Momentum switch is the biggest thing in lacrosse.
It really is. And like 13 minutes might not seem like a lot of time, but hey, as lacrosse, you flick that little switch. It's like a flame just went on. But Australia is not going to be happy with that. They were trying to shut them out, just couldn't do it. They do have that major advantage right now. Loose ball, he just can't quite get the pass. Can New Zealand pick it up? New Zealand has recovered it. Great movement by New Zealand as they continue on, crossing the halfway line. Number 19, Daniel Robertson, trying to continue on through. Kyle Parker going to catch that one. Runs down the sideline, trying to find. He's got support with Nebeski there. And we've got a timeout called. Great time for a timeout, I would say. You know, just scored, going possession back from Australia after they lost it. That little possession lost by Australia, I'm quite surprised about. They've been quite good at any of their passes throughout the game, even the ones that have gone a bit funky. So they are quite fortunate for New Zealand. But you go into a timeout like this, Nicky. What do you think? What would you kind of think you would be talking about after you just scored your first goal after trailing all game?
I think it stemmed from first pushing Australia on the defensive possession, getting the ball back after full shot clock. Then with that score there, you just want to keep the pressure on.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I think, and that's where that little momentum shift's got to take. You said momentum shift is massive in lacrosse. It is. So to see how this goes, can they build on this? Maybe not build on it this quarter, but they can hold on to this in the tournament. Go into the debrief or something. It's like, right, we can do it. We know how to get the ball on the net. In Australia, I'm sure they're having some words like, why do we let them score? Who let this happen? But just a reminder, that first goal there by Sam Nash, midfielder from Auckland.
Australia leads 24-1 against New Zealand.
12 minutes 48 remaining in this game. As we continue on, we are underway. Dance with the ball, New Zealand. New Zealand have pulled quite far out while they're holding on to this passing movement. earlier Australia was quite close past the Australian line, but maybe New Zealand want to get that dodging movement and need a bit more space. Nearly dropped the ball there, or did drop the ball, but managed to recover it luckily. As Clayton sends it in. Nibeski sending it around. Again, another lost pass is where New Zealand may be getting a bit flustered and has lost it as Australia gaining possession, sending it down, little bounce pass. Recovered it better this time. Going to X. Going down towards the corner, trying to draw out their defender. But looks like he knows better than to go too far. They continue around Australia, doing some great spin moves there. Goes for the shot, can't get it on target. Picked up by the goalie. So send it down. Australia in possession, sending it to their goalie. Looking, tries to get the catch, just goes behind. New Zealand gains possession. Maybe a bit confused about why they sometimes gain possession, but they don't. So if the ball going out from a shot, it's whoever's there to that line first when the ball goes out. If it's just off a pass, it's just standard. Whoever came off really goes to the other team. Does get a bit confusing, but that's why you'll see sometimes a player will dive out to that line. They don't just want to look like Superman. There is a reason for it. Australia, it's Thomas Graham continuing on forwards. Pass it across to Walker.
10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes remaining. Australia leads 24-1.
24-1 is the score. You may be hearing the MC just coming through the ground announcer. That's Jay Badenhorst. We have a score of 24-1 to Australia. Bit of a tie up there between 43 and 4. Flags flying all over the place. So as you can see here, you'll see Australia fully dive out. So wasn't quite fast enough. I'm not sure who got there first before the ball went out. So they get out there. I believe it's just the edge of whatever closest to the line, is it? So if you reach out with your stick, the scoop.
It's body, so whoever is
body.
closest to the point where the ball went out.
Okay.
And you can't be out of bounds. So I know New Zealand was over there. He was out of bounds over there, but Australia got the dive, and they were the closest to the point exactly when it went out, so it was given to them.
There you go. There's a bit of intel there. I usually just see people running through to the end goal line. So that comes from the sideline too, not just coming across like the back line there. And you can see a man in the box there, William Loudon. As we just get to where the ball needs to be. And the ball starting behind the net X, but no. Over to the side. Looks like Australia thought they had the ball position, but no. As New Zealand continues on, you see John Stubbs trying to shut him down, not enough. Passes it down to Nibeski. Nibeski getting moved to Parker. Lots of shouting going on, lots of big calls, trying to figure out where they can get to next. As Parker with the ball at X, trying to figure out where to go. Nibeski now approaching the restraint line, and he finds Sam Nash, our singular goal scorer. Scott Cathcart cutting into the middle as he goes for the pass there. No, pass it off to Clayton. Get that ball moving. I'm running out of time for that shot clock. They've got to get it moving. Goes, pass it across to Nebeski. Nebeski rips one over the top.
So on the shot clock, when it starts getting down to...
You can see on the replay there, Iron Team NZ looks like not too happy. The classic throw the head on the ground. True coach's experience. New Zealand back into position. But Nikki, as you're saying about the shot clock, sorry.
So when it starts to get down to 3-4 seconds, what you usually want to do is you want to just throw the ball into that corner over there if you're not going to get a good shot off.
Yes.
And then they have to clear the ball from all the way down the field.
Okay.
Gives you time to get your defense on, get your offensive players off, get set up in your ride. And a lot of times that'll help turn the ball back over.
Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, so there you go. Shot clock has some big strategies to it. So maybe keep an eye out what some players might be doing when they have this shot clock. Look, and a timeout charge to Australia at the moment. Not long left in this game now. Australia using the timeouts maybe to psych out Team NZ as they continue on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there is 7 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in this game. Teams get ready by the timeout just off Australia. Score update. Australia 24, New Zealand 1. That's right, if you joined us in the first half, you may be quite surprised we weren't getting much chances, but Sam Nash has come in and showed the rest of the team how to score. Can the rest of the team take a bit from him and figure out what's next? Good ball movement by New Zealand. Clayton tries to pass it across. Luckily, they have support by Sam Nash. They're picking it up. Nebeski passes it. Back to Nash. Gets to go for another one. No, little pop pass. No, holds on to it. Hidden ball. Trick. Tries it. Oh, just shy of the net there. Kyle Parker goes for the shot. Nebeski tries to get it around, but Team Australia has picked it up as they head down left side. Great check, but oh no, with a flag now. Not so great check, I apologise. So I've got a slash call there. So she heads back to give possession to Australia. Australia keeping it moving as they continue around, trying to find the gaps. New Zealand rushing to cover as much space as they can, and to be careful not to lose space on the slide. So remember, have that second one ready, because that's where they have been missing it. Beautiful shot there. Has to dodge a couple stick checks and then drops down to shoot it through. As it gets ready through to the other side. Oh, that's our replay from our slash, and here we go. Couple slash in there by the pole, but not enough for them to shut it down. Drops down to shoot it through. 6.5 minutes remaining. Score is now 25-1.
So in college back home, we have a goal mouth, which is a smaller crease inside the crease.
Okay.
And so when you dive into the crease to shoot, you can't land in the goal mouth. The
Oh.
ball has to go in before you land in the crease as well.
Okay.
So I don't know if I see one on here.
They're continuing around Australia in position. Just playing around a bit. Popped it up. Australia is making lots of movement, just getting New Zealand moved out of spot. Ball's gone loose. New Zealand's getting an opportunity now. Looks like Australia's not too happy with the player bringing the ball in a bit too early, but sliding player there is 43. Don Howard just slides down a bit. Get a bit more green to his jerseys. Looking for how to get it around. Australia gets it to the goalie and now going down the left side. 43 decides to take it himself. Hey, he sees 20 as I can take him. Rasmussen's not able to keep up as it gets away. And Australia gets another one as he kind of spins around right through. Here he comes. Just goes right on the low side, low far side. I believe that was Lachlan Walker for Australia. And on the face-off, on the swing, close swing here to the commentary box. Both New Zealand and Australia quite far, but Australia works well in their favour as it goes right to him. Off the wing.
Number 43. Australia leads 26-1.
As Australia passes over the top of the referee as he tucks just to make sure. Don't know how to have a bucket on, so as they continue on through 9, where Australia gets it across. 43 goes back to Exdale. Great ball movement. Australia trying to find his way through. Got the pick there, but not to where he needed it. Great save. Bodies colliding. He looks like he's taking his while to get back up. Flag goes up into the air. Hopefully he's all right. As you can see, the helmets collided there, so I think he just got the harsher one of the two. And the referees.
4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes remaining.
Referees having a quick deliberation about what happened there and what the ruling was.
Australia leads 26-1. Australia leads 26-1.
So that's it. Blow the whistle, get back into it. Because what with the ball at the start there. Lots of quick movement from Australia as they're on the man up once again. Great shot there by Australia. Easily sealing that one. Lachlan Walker.
Group Matthew, number 9. Australia leads 27.
Matthew Wood, sorry, I believe. Just over 3 minutes remaining in this game. Quick win on the face-off for Australia as Jackson Stock just powers right through, goes for a shot, hits the post, so they chase it down.
Three minutes remaining.
Australia's last chance is to try get a few more into the net. Can they reach 30? Are they going to try for that? Thank you. Nice little statement over the little siblings of New Zealand, or cousins, depending which way you want to call them. Either way, it's a great rivalry between these two nations, and it's clear that Australia has come out on top on this one here. You can hear the sticks clashing there. Let's continue along, just back and forth there. Right in front, but man coming from behind. Ball going out.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining.
Continue on. Getting stuck with New Zealand, putting on some good pressure now, keeping it away. Australia rubs the shot, not enough as New Zealand's not enough to shut that one down. John Stubbs scoring that one. The midfielder from Kennisville, Maryland, USA.
Goal-wise, Stubbs John, number 21. Australia leads 28-1. 1.5 minutes left.
See the replay in just the corner of your screen there, it's just gone away, but yes, it's there. Australia after face-off, pushing through their New Zealand counterpart. Oh, great shot there. Looks like the goalie's not too happy with his defenders there. Might be asking, oh, what happened there? Where were you?
Australia leads 29-1.
Just see, he was wide open once again, just waiting for it. So understandable frustration from your goalie, like, how did you let this happen? How was he left open right in front of me? Big stick checks, flag up. Game continues underway. Can New Zealand get another one while they're on the man up? It's a good opportunity for them. Looking for, can't get it in the pocket as it just bounces right out, losing the possession. Unfortunate for Beck there.
1 minute remaining.
Just over 1 minute remaining. Australia with the ball. Nebeski showing him who he is. Great shit. Good work there by Nebeski on the lower hand to make him lose the ball. New Zealand picks it up in the transition. Kyle Parker going for the shot over the top. Chris Nebeski waiting there, backing it up. Just over 30 seconds remaining now. They continue moving on. Can they rip one more? Kyle Parker tries. They're on the board again. That makes 2. Kyle Parker, the attacker from Hamilton, played for Wellington University, Delaware, and Harbour Hawks. Beautifully done. Like they might be the end of the game, but they're getting some momentum. And hey, you can now slap that international goal on your stats. That's one thing to be proud of.
Australia leads 28-2 against New Zealand.
26 seconds. Score is 29-2. Australia picks that one up straight off the face-off, continuing down, gets it along the sideline. Bastian Banks trying to make it, keep him away. They've got William Loudon as well, looking for his defender. Walker. And that brings this game to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings game 1 of the Asia Pacific Men's Lacrosse Championship to an end. We'll be back later today. Our next game will be at 1 p.m. So please don't go anywhere. Make sure you've got this bookmarked already, and we will see you all then. My name is Ash Stevens, joined by Nikki Vreeland. Thank you for joining us this morning.